today we're going to learn how to integrate the Alerta notifications into our Slack workspace. So we're going to be ensuring that the channels are created. That's the channels for each type of alert you want to create. And from there, we move on to Alerta dashboard to integrate these channels. Okay, so I want to have a finance update channel, okay, and a marketing channel. Okay, let's just start with one and see how it goes. So to create a channel, just go ahead and go to channels over here, create, and create channel. So we want to call this finance. Like, let's just call it finance, right? And we ensure that everybody called we can make it private or public depending on your organization's security, right? So I'm just going to make this public. Okay, so this is basically for all finance notifications, and automatically add anyone who joins. Nope, we don't want that, so skip for now. All right, so by default I am in this channel automatically, right? So that's a new channel we created. So we are set, and we know that this channel is just going to be for updates. We can always add everybody here. So the next thing to do is to go to our Alerta account. So this is the Alerta, so app.usealerta.com. All right, so I'm going to log in because I already have an account. If you do not have an account, you can just go ahead and create one here, and within 2 minutes or 1 minute you should be in. So I'm just going to log into what's going on. Okie dokie, so I'm in, guys. So this is the dashboard where you see your balance, basically statistics about the account. So I currently have 100 points, which is tokens, and means I can send 100 notifications, right? So currently I have no request, no channels added. So to add a channel, I'm going to go to integrations. Okay, so I'm just going to add the finance channel. Let's see how that goes. So automatically that brings you to the Slack integration or interface. Just go ahead over here. If your company is not what is showing here, it means you have multiple Slack channels on your system, then you have to switch from this button at the right top. But for me, it's just this one now, so I'm just going to go look for that channel right here. So this is the channel we created, we just call finance. So we just select that, allow. Okay, and it says integration successful. So from here we can just click on close or go to channels. So we go to channels, we realize that now we have finance added, right? With the company ID and the reference for that channel and the type of integration is Slack, right? So that's all we need to do here. Next thing is to go to profile. We're going to see our key, API key, yeah, you can basically do that and copy this key in a safe place because we're going to need it later. All right, so let's dive into the code to see how we can start using this. But before then, of course, you can view documentation, right? And the documentation here basically shows us how to use the API. So click on API reference. You ensure you create an account, which we have already. This shows you how to send a message, and then this shows you how to reply to a message. So we're going to integrate this next. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's dive in directly. So we'll be using the Nest.js framework to create this API. So it's going to be a very basic finance or fintech application, I would call it. So to do that, ensure you have Nest installed if you do not have it already. Okay, so for me, I do. So this is the command, but I wouldn't be installing it because I already have it. Okay, so just run that code to install it. And then to create the app, I'm already in the current directory where I want to do that. So Nest new, I'm going to call it sample fintech app. Yep, that is the name of the folder, but I'm not a fan of the dash, so let's just do sample fintech app like that. Okay, so this is going to create a new application for us. So I'm going to use the npm, of course. It's going to generate that quickly, and we can go ahead and start writing a very basic API where we're going to integrate Alerta, and we'll see how it works. I'll be back when this is done. Okay, guys, so I'm going to open this with our VS Code by just using the code, then dot. Okay, here we go. So we have it now on VS Code. So I'm just going to zoom this in very well so we can see this clearly. All right, so we're gonna do this quickly so we do not bar. So because we're not basically learning anything about coding, we're just seeing how the integration is done. So of course, it's created a couple of Bootstrap app main tiers and app service, which is good. Okay, but we do not need the test because we're not writing tests, so we can just delete that. I'm going to open my terminal right here and go ahead and start generating. So we just need to have two components, the wallet and then maybe Alerta integration basically. So to do that, I'm just going to nest generate. Yep. Let's start with wallet. So next G wallet. Okay, so deprecating that, but it worked anyway, so we do not mind that. That's not an error, so that's fine. Okay, so we have our wallet service now, so we can just delete this spec file. That is all right. Then we also need what else do we need here? We need a controller. Yep. And outside the controller, we also need the service. Yep, the service. Yep. We already have the service. Sorry guys. What we needed was the model. We already have the service. Yeah, model. All right, so I'm gonna delete the spec files because they're gonna be test files. We don't need them. I think I accidentally deleted what I shouldn't, so I just undo that. Okay, so for the controller as well, we'll delete the spec file. Okay, so we have a controller, our module, and our service. Cool. We also need another component, which is Alerta. But then before that, let's quickly put some content in here so that we can basically get a headway of what we're doing. Okay, so right here I'm going to have this is my main tier, that's fine. My controller. Okay, model. Okay. Oh, it's already brought all of these guys, that's fine. Okay, so on the app service, let's just call this sample. Yep, fintech app. I have this extension that checks for words that are not known, so you might be seeing a little blue lines, but it's fine, it's all right. So next thing here, let's start with the service. So under the service, we're going to have maybe two functions, one to transfer money from one user to another, and one to maybe withdraw money to the bank. All right, very basic guys. So we just have, let's call this wallet transfer. Okay, and wallet transfer, all you do is return the most basic code ever. Just return a message and success is true that you have delivered the money. Okay, so let's just put a basic message there, to be honest. So let's just say the message you want to send is let's say transferred transferred say an amount. Definitely an amount will come in here. Transferred an amount to from wallet, whose wallet, wherever wallet it is. Let's just have that there as well. So from wallet, so we have the from wallet ID, and then to whose wallet, so wallet the receiver, right? So we'd say the receiver is to wallet ID. Okay, so we just have that. Now this next, right? So let's just do some basic DTO here. So we can just say, we can just call it transfer from wallet ID. Wallet ID should be a string, and then also we're gonna have to wallet ID, which should also be a string, and then the amount definitely will be a number. Okay, so we're saying declarable never read. Okay, so that's basically yes, never read. So let's extract that data. So from wallet ID to wallet ID amount, let's take it away from the transfer DTO so that it can be used. Okay, so reduce the bit. So yeah, we have it. It's a very basic service. All it does is sends the money to the receiver. Okay, so let's have one more service. Let's call this the maybe withdraw to bank or something like that. Withdraw to bank. Why is it not saying? Oh yeah, sure. I'll write the rubbish. I mean, could have easily spotted that, which I did. So withdraw to bank. We can call this withdraw DTO. Withdraw DTO. Okay, which is a ride. And then where are you withdrawing from? So let's just put the wallet ID because we need it. I'm just creating a fictional fintech, guys. And then also, yeah, the account, it needs to go to bank account and then the amount. And then we'll take 3 as well. We'll distract it. So withdraw DTO. So we need the wallet ID from you. We also need the bank account from you. And this message would be not transferred. So let's just say this is where the product managers come in, or maybe the designers come in to give you the best English in it. But yeah, we are everything today. So we draw them out from wallet. Okay, yeah, wallet ID to it's a bank account, right? So it's a bank account. Simple bank account. We can add successful to the end, but that doesn't matter right now. So we're good. So yes, our service is all right. So next thing we want to look at here is I think the controllers, right? We're just gonna have 2 endpoints, basically 2 endpoints. So the first endpoint here would be transfer and withdraw. I think that makes sense. So we're gonna bring that post, of course, guys. This is what's it called? Nest.js, giving you the Java vibes and all that, but makes it look good. Transfer. Yeah, so let's just call this wallet transfer. Yep. So guys, of course, Nest is not letting us think about what we need to add and what we don't need to add. So it basically brings everything for us. So we want to take this. I don't know why I'm adding space, to be honest. I do not know. Oops. Yeah, this is not supposed to be here, guys. Sorry. So this is supposed to be in this guy. Okay, so what we need is the body, and for the body, actually we're supposed to have our DTO already in a different folder, but for some reason I think I should just write it right again. So I don't need to write it. Let me just copy this. Yeah, I'm just gonna copy this. Sample project, guys. So the DCO on the body, okay, we want you to give us this information. All right, and then after giving us that information, we're gonna process it, right? So all we need to do here in the controller is return. We've not brought in our constructor, guys. So constructor, let's bring in our service. So in the service, you just say, yeah, it's gonna be private here. Yeah, read only because you're not taking it anywhere else, and or reading it anywhere else basically. So wallet service should bring in the wallet service created. Good service. Yep. The body was not imported. Okay. All right. So over here we just returned wallet service dot. Okay. So transfer. What's the content of what you want to transfer? Say transfer DTO. Oops, no transfer, not withdraw. Sorry, guys, I copied the wrong DTO. So it's supposed to be this guy. Right. So where is it? Where is it? This is it. So transfer DTO. Voila, we good. So controller is ready. Oh, you know what, guys? Let's run this to be sure that we're actually doing something right. npm run start. I said it. So what's wrong here? Oh, duplicates. Where have we got the duplicates? Oh, okay. So I think some server is running somewhere. So let me shut down that and come again. Okay, still says duplicate. So duplicate identify wallet service. Oh, you're a duplicate, man. So wallet controller. No, wallet service. Or do I have two services somewhere? Wallet controller, wallet module, wallet service. Okay, so wait, let me read this properly. Sure. Oh, okay. So I think when I created the wallet twice, I think we have double entry somewhere here. Oh yeah. Sorry, man. So it was a good idea to run our code first anyway. So we see that. Please first endpoint is live as well. And that should be, yep, guys. So we're good. So transfer is up. Let's continue to add the next one because we don't want this video to be very long. So just to make it very short. So this is the first function. The next one, we just copy this. The next one should be withdraw, right? So withdraw, and then this should be withdraw to bank, because that endpoint would allow people to withdraw to their bank account. Okay, so we're just gonna use our DTO again. We just copy here. Okay, and we are doing a withdraw service. Yeah, withdraw to bank service, and then withdraw DTO. Voila, we good. Okay, so this is supposed to, let's see. All right, guys, I think we are good. But then in our module, there's something we need to do here. Yeah, so it's picking the wallet module, right? So we need to ensure that it's exported. So in the wallet module, we need to bring in controller. We need to tell it about the controller. So hey, as a module, you should work with the wallet controller, and also the wallet controller makes use of the wallet service. Okay, so we should be good here now. Let's rerun our server to be sure we have 2 endpoints. Yes, so we have transfer and withdraw now. Good. Okay guys, so the next thing to do here before, oh no, not the next thing, you know, let's actually test these endpoints on Postman, right? So right here on Postman, I'm going to try and then go on that endpoint, which is transfer, and then put a body. What are we expecting from this guy? That's these endpoints as an input. Yeah, for some reason I wasn't finding JSON weird. Okay, so what are we expecting, guys? Let's see. So transfer basically just takes from ID to wallet ID and the amount. Okay, so we'll go like from wallet ID. So I'm just gonna put here Vincent ID. Okay, from my wallet. Okay, so the next one will be to wallet ID. So I'm just gonna put here your, because I want to send you money, your wallet ID. Okay, and then the amount I want to send to you is let's say 1,000 bucks, right? So let's send that out across. Uh-oh, it says it can't. Oh, it's get, sorry, let's go post. All right, so we've transferred successfully. Haha. Okay, good. So this works. I'm just gonna duplicate this. Can I do that? Yes, I can. I don't want to like change it. So guys, see, I duplicated it, but the content is not there. Oh, it's there. Good. Don't be quick to judge. Okay, so this should be called withdraw. And withdraw, we're saying that hey, we want to have wallet ID we were withdrawing from the bank account and the amount. So wallet ID, Vincent ID, bank account. That's right. Yeah, bank account ID, right? So no, but this is just something basic. I don't know why I'm like spending so much time coding, guys, but we're going to get to it shortly. So I'm gonna walk through your process of how it works really so we're gonna call this, let's just say random bank account. So we're withdrawing 100. Oh good, so it means API is on point. Okay, so now here is the use case. Let's say whenever somebody does a transfer, okay, everything is happening logically, to be honest, and it's also happening in the case maybe you have a logger, you have maybe a Datadog or some CloudWatch system you're using to see all of this, right? But then how do the finance team say it? They don't have access to your AWS console, they do not have access to your Datadog console, they don't have access to your CloudWatch, right? So they also want to know, so you can just get them to know by sending them a notification on that channel. That's where Alerta comes in. For example, let's say a withdrawal happens twice or 3 times, or maybe when the withdrawal happens, they want to quickly chop up a float by themselves manually, or they want to do some communication, or they want to be aware that, oh, this has happened. And the person is not on seat or it's not in the office, right? That's where Alerta comes in, right? So this is just one use case. It can be used for fraud detection, can be used for float management, can be used for numerous number of things, right? So let's see how we can bring in Alerta here. So the next thing we want to do here is create another. So I'm just gonna use, guys, I like shortcuts a lot, so please don't mind me. So I'm gonna use this operas. Let's say we call this, we're going to create a controller called Alerta. So I'm sure the new folder is created. Good. Okay, so we're going to create what else? We do not need a controller actually. We do not need a controller, so we do not need a controller. So I'm going to delete that because we're not needing any endpoint for nothing. We don't need any endpoints, so I'm going to delete that, guys. So I'm deleting that. I have to come in exactly, and you have to come here to remove something because Nest will do the work for you, bro. All right, so what we need is this service, any model. You know, they said it's deprecatable. That's fine. Keep doing the work, but I'll agree later. So model said not Alerta is deprecated. The whatever command, right? I can basically create these folders manually, but just want to use the faster route. Okay, guys, so we have now the module and the spec. So let's delete this spec file because we're not writing tests right now. So the first thing we want to do is create a service, a very simple one. So service quickly. What we want to do is before we create a service, guys, let's look at the Alerta documentation again. Okay, so let's go. So it says we're going to send a post request to this endpoint to send a message, specify the channel name, the message, and if we want to reply to it in future, we'll say yes. Reply okay, so that's fine. So reply there will be boolean, which is true or false. So this is simple, right? So I think the most important thing here is the API key. So we're gonna have a secret key as a header, not authorization, the secret key, and then secret, and then the secret. All right, so let's get to it. That's pretty much easy. So the first thing here we're gonna do is let's create a function called, let's see, send alert. Yep, we're just gonna call it send alert. And based on the data that we saw, channel message and reply to, so let's create a DTO. I'm gonna call this Alerta DTO. And text message, yep. String message, good. What else does it take? Channel. Oh, come on, what are you typing, man? String as well. And then reply to is a boolean, I guess. Yes, it's a boolean. So those are the 3 data. So our DTO is ready. So the next thing here is, wait, so this. Okay, so we need to have this as well. Okay, so let's destruct that. So bring out the message, bring out the channel, bring out the reply to, and take it away from Alerta DTO guy. Just get it ready for us, man. This is not a dot, this is supposed to be a comma. So next thing here is I'm just gonna do a quick try catch because you know you never know what's happening, so I just want to catch or whatever. Okay, so in the try, we're going to use the we need a header because we need to set our headers because we said this is how the header is. It means we need a custom header, right? So I'm just going to create a header right here, and so you know what, this header is designed such that it's going to have a secret key like this, and secret, and whatever the key is. Okay, so whatever the key is, so we're just going to take a variable, very definitely. We're going to call it Alerta key because the key would be somewhere in an environment variable anyway, guys. I'm going to do the environment variable thing because it's a practice, right? I don't want a case where I put raw keys here and people think that is de facto or that is how. Nah. All right, so For that, I'm going to just quickly create some private functions here. Two keys actually. So one is for the URL. Okay, which is going to take it's going to be stored in our environment variable. So let's just do, there's a way to get in nest, right? There's a way to get data in your environment variable. So config dot get. So I'm going to call it Alerta URL. So this one will be Alerta key. This one, yes, Alerta key as well. Okay, so this doesn't exist already, so probably we just, that's why we have in the whole what's it called, red lines. Let me create a constructor here. So constructor will basically bring in the things we need. So which is the config, then we need the config service, not this service. Okay, so config service is not available because we don't have it. So let's install that quickly. So npm install, yeah guys, I still have it. So yeah, we need the configs and then the issues, right? So nest config and nest issues. So guys, this should be installed. So I'm going to quickly install that right now. Shouldn't take long. Yes, it's done. So now when I do config service again, oh, it's in. Good. Aside that, we also need another dependency because we're making API calls, right guys? So this is going to be called the HTTP service. So call it HTTP service. Yeah, this is it. All right, it's here. So good boy. So now Alerta key. Yeah, put this to Alerta key. So good. And in addition to the headers, what else do we need? We need to specify the type of content since we are doing a manual like set of our header. So content type is the famous application JSON. So that's all right, good boy. So yes, next thing we're doing here is specifying the actual request, like making the actual request, right? So let's quickly do that because we're running out of time. HTTP service dot post, because we're making a post request. I'm gonna be making that post request to the URL, right, of Alerta. So this dot, yeah, Alerta URL, good. Well, let's see. So the URL will be based, which will be this one definitely, but /send. Okay, so to go to /send. Okay, and then we pass in the data we have here, which is what we want to send. It's an object, so we put it there like that. And the next thing we're passing here after the content or the payload is the headers, which is also an object. Okay, what was I saying here? Do you mean header? Do I mean header? I mean headers. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. Headers. Yep. Okay, so let's see post. So we would be putting that into a variable, right? But before that, let's get all of the data coming down just to ensure we're able to catch any errors. So catch errors. We need to, yeah, that's a function. We need to pass in intercepts, basically a function. So error, whatever error you get, just come and put them here, bro. Just throw it. Let's see. So let's use the HTTP exception. Yeah, it's there. Let's just say error guys. These are the places you need to spend time in specifying your description, so you know whatever happens in your logs and how things are going, right? So error processing data from API. Yep, maybe something like that. Okay. So let's also like output the error. Okay. What's the issue? Two argument but one. Okay, so I need to specify the type of HTTP status that I want. So it's going to be a bad request, basically. Bad request. Save it. Okay, we're looking good. We're looking good, yeah. So after that, let's put this in a variable. Let's put the data we get in a response variable. So what's in here? Oh, he's never read. Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna read you. So return res.data. Yeah, I think it's going to be res.data. That is going to return, I believe. Yeah. Oh, what's saying? Okay, so it's an observable, so we need to set up our function correct, guys. So it's going to be a promise, so we've not set that here, so let's just quickly do that. It's going to return a promise, any, because we don't know what we're expecting, guys. So promise any, and this is going to also need to await this guy, so await. Yeah, using await, you need to be async, so async. So we're gonna use this new feature that's called last value from. Yeah, last value from wherever this data, just bring it up and return it for us. Oh, looks good. Looks good. Okay, so guys, we're gonna create. Next thing we're gonna create is the. I don't want to open that. That feels so scary. It's not scary. It's like just the ESLint. Okay, so I'm just gonna create the env for these two musketeers that we created. That is this man already, second guy, and this guy. Alright, so we're gonna specify those here. Don't worry about the key, because of course I'm gonna like change it, so I'm not hiding anything right now. So let's go back to our dashboard. Okay, yeah, this is the URL, guys. So just pick this guy because we need it. So yeah, we don't need to put the last slash, and then the key is in our profile on the dashboard, so we're gonna go copy it. Okay, so put it here. All right, good boy. So next thing here is I think we are good with our service, right? So we need to come to the model and see what we can do there. That is very simple. We just need to let it know, just like we did the other time, let it know the modules we'll be using. So I'm just going to import here because we're using an HTTP service or HTTP module, so it needs to know that. So HTTP module, yep, very important. And then the next here is because Alerta is using the Alerta service, which we just created, and then it's also using the config service. So we'll be needing this in other services. So we're going to export it. That's the entire Alerta service, guys. So we need to export it. If you're not used to Nest.js, no, this is just like what's going on? This is just like tutorial for you, but now you don't have to worry about all this. Just look at how we integrate API and use it. That's all. Let's plug in our service. So whenever there is a transfer, we want to have a notification, right? So all we need to do here is plug it in. So, and the best place I think it should be plugged in is in this. After it has done the transfer, let's assume it's already done the transfer. We now want to send notifications from the class, wallet service class. I'm going to create a constructor to bring in the alert service. Okay, alert service dot. Oh, no dot. Yeah, alert service. Good. Constructor. Yeah, this wasn't created properly. Sorry. Okay, so the next thing here is to just call it here. Let's call it here before we end the whole function. So alert service dot send alert. Okay, and then it takes what message? Yeah, so we have our message. The channel, guys. Now this is where you remember the channel we created was finance, right? So just channel should be finance, and then the reply to, we're gonna say let's say true. Maybe we want to reply to it. Okay, good. So let's say for some reason, maybe when your webhook comes in future, let's just do a very how will I put it? A very good sample of receiving a webhook. So let's say after this money has been sent, right, and then to the receiver, you're probably supposed to maybe send an update that hey, money has been transferred successfully when it was sent. Good. So we can also send another alert, but with that one, we need another service. So let's just do this. Since this is the send, we're just gonna create another one. We're just gonna call it reply. Okay, using the reply function. So let's go for the reply and see. Also, the reply is reply. Okay, so reply. What's the message? So channel ID, thread ID, channel ref, message. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that. Where? Yep. Channel ID, trade ID, channel ref, message. Okay, this is supposed to be a string as well, and message is supposed to be a string as well. Everything is all string, isn't it? Okay, so let's just do this. No tested our send, but just believe everything would work. Okay, so right here as well, we're gonna like do this. It's very straightforward. Okay, so reply is there. Haha, I think that's it, right? Okay, so over here in our wallet service, so when it sends this is good, so we're gonna speak let's say alert response, alert res, consider. That's not what I'm looking for, man. I'm right it. So after 1 second, one is to send a reply. Just see how the reply works, guys. So it's gonna reply to that, the message, and then thread ID, channel ID, I believe. What else? Channel ID, thread ID, channel ref. Okay. So channel ref. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is, hey, the message is gonna be, let's do a very basic message here. Let's say transfer delivered. You get thread ID. Okay, so thread ID would come from the alert response, right? So alert response dot. Oops. So it's a right dot thread ID. All right, alert response dot channel ID and alert response dot channel ref. So that's how you do use the this is supposed to be wait, async, sorry, async. Okay, so that's how you do response, guys. That's how response send basically. So normally you probably would store this data in your database, like the response with the data. Okay, and then also set reply to true, so that whenever you make a send, you're basically telling the server that, hey, I want to be able to reply to this message in future, so bring to me thread ID, channel ID, ref ID, so that I can reply to it. So we're going to test this right now. Fingers crossed everything works. Okay, so we have one error. What's that? You see, Alerta service is a provider, so let's resolve this. It should be exported. Okay, so all we need to do is bring it to Alerta service is not being seen by our module, even though we have let's check it. Let's check that. Okay. Oh, there's also something we forget, and so let's HTTP module, Alerta module, wallet module, app controller. Now let's not bring this one here because it's single app controller. Then the app service, config service, yes, good. We've not imported the HTTP config module, actually, config module. If we don't do this, our end variable will not be read. So for root, we want to configure everything for the entire application and say, yeah, you know what? I want our config to be global. Yep, config model is not in here. All right, so we want our config to be global. Alert service, are we not putting something somewhere? Let's see. Did we bring it into the wallet? Let's see, model. Oh, we don't have alert service here. What wallet is using alert service? We need to also have it here. So Alerta service, I mean, so we need to bring Alerta service in here. Yep. Oh, guys, so here, instead of importing the service, you're supposed to import the module instead, not the service. I think that is where we've got an issue. So let's try again. Okay, so we good. So now, guys, let's try out our notifications. So here is Slack that shows we've integrated in the finance channel. So let's see, phone channel, nothing is there. All right, let's go to Postman and try out this again. So let's do the transfer we did the other time and see how it goes. So transfer. Okay, let's see. Okay, we've got an error here, but let's see if it actually sends the message. Oh yeah, I think it did. Okay guys, so you see that? Say transferred 1000 from wallet instant ID to wallet your wallet ID, but the reply did not come up. So let's see what happened there. So I'm just going to like go back to wallet. Let's the service here. Let's see what the response is. Alerta. Okay, let's see that. So I'm gonna run this again, and we send a message again. So yes, we'll do another transfer. We got another investigation. Nice. So things this happening. Okay, so what's the error? It's undefined. Okay, so there is no data coming. After checking several times, I realized that we didn't read the documentation completely. So you can realize I've sent a lot of messages, which is good. So okay, so on the reply, we are supposed to add Alerta into the channel before it works. So it's actually clearly stated there. So what I'm going to do is just go over to the channel on Slack. Okay, right here, and then just bring in Alerta. Yeah, add it to the channel. Good. So after doing this, then we can go ahead and try that again. So I'm going to go ahead and start my code because this is the response, right? After gotten the response from the API. So yeah, you can just leave it there. So let's run this again. So at first what I did was I commented this out because I wanted to see the response before I set timeouts for a reply. So let's see how that goes now. So go to postman, let's send a message again. Okay, so we got a message again. Yeah, and the message has been sent successfully, and we have a reply data in the object. So the reply data is actually in a there's a lot of data here. Okay, so we are good. So all we need here is to have the data sent from the service. All right, from the service, and then over here, since the data is coming in, so data.reply data. Okay, so a lot of data there, but it's fine. So over here in the wallet, so we're just gonna say, hey, you know what? We want you to reply with an update. So we're gonna say dot. So it's gonna come in dot data dot reply data. Okay, so of course you can destructure this, but when you're implementing, you can do that. Okay, so let's just say after 5 seconds, let's give it some time, innit? So I'm just gonna do like, you know what? Let's log dot data dot reply data over here. Okay, so let's try that again. So the send works perfectly. We just need to ensure reply also does. So now let's send the data. What am I sending though? Sending transfer delivered. Okay, cool. All right, so let's send that. Okay, so it came, guys. Ooh la la. So that is that. So after the transfer work, we got a response that says transfer delivered. So we are good. So basically, guys, that's exactly how you implement Alerta for anything at all. You can use it for debugging. You can use it for fraud detection. You can use it to display data to any channel on in your workspace. Currently, it's on Slack. In future, it's going to be supported on Discord is already done, but it needs to be published or launched soon. On Teams, on whatever workspace tool you use, right? So, guys, thank you very much. In case you have any questions or any feedback, please do not hesitate to leave them on the comments or send an email or DM us on Twitter, on Instagram, wherever, right? Just reach out. Bye for now.